And crop over music date back to the 18th century, like 1780s, basically, where after the harvesting of the sugarcane crops, the plantation slaves would get together and celebrate. You know, they would have a feast, they would have dance. This, I think, happened for a very long time until probably the 1940s, when it ended. In 1974, there was a re-emergence, basically, of the festival. You know, some people got together and they started the festival again, and what they did was then start to fuse some of the folk stuff with some of the modern stuff, and hence crop over was reborn. We did at that time still did the whole ceremony of burning Mr. Harding, which signified hard times and people, you know, after the whole long harvesting season of sugar canes, you know, then, you know, they got this symbol of a man who was supposed to be hard times, and they would burn him just to show, well, hard times are now over, we've done all the work and now we're reaping the rewards. The content of crop over back then, and the focus was, like I said before, on the ending of the sugarcane harvest, and then a lot of the music, because it was more folk. You had people singing about, you know, the things that happen in the village, and a party atmosphere. A lot of people are not very heavy into what's happening as far as the party music is concerned. What was happening politically, we still do what we call the social commentary, and we still have the calypso competition, which was also one of the things that started out with the Crop Over Festival as well. We still have the calypso competition, which the guys would focus on things that are happening politically, things that are happening around Barbados, etc., etc. But I'd say the change came from where it was folk into a very heavy party atmosphere right now. Ongoing process. As soon as I'm finished producing one album, I'm thinking about the concept, the name of the next album, etc. And what I usually do with the people that I work with is I contact them early. I let them know, okay, this is what I'm thinking. I would like to have an idea of what you want to do by at least November, so that we can go through the songs, we can start working on them early, and then we go into a heavy production as far as recording and producing, and putting down the vocals and putting down all the music between January to February. After February, I then concentrate on getting the music mixed and mastered and pressed for release, because I have a release date of May 1st every year that I started doing a couple of years ago, and that date is now recognized as the unofficial start of Crop Over, when I drop the an entire album of over 30 songs or 50 songs, or whatever the case may be. What we do after May 1st then, as far as getting airplay and that kind of stuff, is, since the music is out early one and it's one of the first albums, is recognized as basically the first album to be released, I encourage the newer artists to go out and do as much marketing as possible, whereas I try to get them to go to the radio stations, let people see them, let people hear their songs for the first time, because naturally the DJs will pick up a song from an established artist first, or a popular artist, or someone who has a track record. They will play those first, and then they may come across a new artist with a song that is outstanding. So what I try to get them to do is, you know, get up, the music is finished, go out there and try to push, let people see you, let people hear you. Try to do some free shows even, so that people can see that, one, you're not just a recording artist, but you're a performing artist, and that you have something to offer. For me, crop over music, and I don't like to really say crop over music. I like to say Barbadian music on a whole. It has a uniqueness. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, in a discussion that we had, that each island, each Caribbean island, we have different accents and different ways of speaking and that kind of stuff. Some of us enjoy hearing another Caribbean person speak sometimes more than we enjoy hearing our own. And I think we have a unique Barbadian artist. We have a unique way of speaking, and it is going to come across in our singing as well. I think that's the uniqueness and the greatness about what we have to offer. I think what we need to do is just stand firm with what we are doing, stay firm with what we believe in, and continue to put out more and more music, because it's like hearing a song for the first time. You may or may not notice it because of the beat, because of the lyrics, but you might hear it once, and you might hear it twice, and you might hear it the third time, and after the third time you start to listen because you're hearing it over, and you're wondering to yourself, why am I hearing this song over and over again? And therefore that's part of that. That's all part of the sell, all part of getting the music out there. Jamaican music is extremely popular because you get an influx of it continuously, and it's playing and it's in your ears all the time. And for soca music, especially Barbadian music, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to make sure that we don't just put music out at crop over and call it crop over music, but we put Barbadian music out all year round and continue to push and to sell it. And eventually, one more artist is going to break, and then another is going to break, and another is going to break. I think we have a lot to offer. Music wise, we have some fantastic musicians on the island. You can go anywhere, and I mean, if you go to St. Lucia and hear a band song, then great. You can come to St. Philip and you will hear another group of musicians sounding just as good. We have a wealth of talent, and we are capable of doing anything.